as Zarnicki comes up to the plate. Notice the last two batters and the delivery by Ferguson, then I'll let you take it. There's, well, I got to call that one. That's a single right into left field on, that's a looping liner. So single for Zarnicki, the second hit for the Torrington Twisters, but the start of the bottom of the third. Notice at the bottom of the lineup, he has two of his fastest players. In 8th position, Drew Toussaint, and in 9th batting position, Jordan Zarnicki, who just got the single. Do you know what the psychology is behind that? See, now these guys are not listening to me, so that they won't learn this. See?
I can't think of it right now.
He's got two of his fastest guys in the bottom of the lineup, because that's like putting fast guys on base when the beginning of your lineup comes up. Because then he's got Lee and Haley before Gold come up.
They'll get up to the...
So you got 4 fast runners before your power play comes in. So that's smart. That's smart scheduling on part of the coach.
They'll move up the scoring position a little quicker.
And there's a shot down into right field, staying fair, going all the way to third base. Talk about speed. And there is Tabor Lee with a double to right field. So that is his 5th double of the season. Put Zarnicki all the way around to third, and before too many fireworks take place, I'm going to let you take over.
Thank you very much, Dave. As so Zarnicki now down at third base and Lee on second.
Work out of there if you want. That's easier because you don't have to work to the window. There you go. So that's it. Duck under. Play London Bridges.
So Adam Haley now steps in with 2 runners on, nobody out in the bottom of the third. Mark Ferguson into his pitch, and that's taken for ball 1. 1 ball, no strike on Haley. Haley had a nice sacrifice bunt in his first at-bat last inning, advancing lead to second. So Mark Ferguson looks in, sets the kick, the pitch, and that's taken for strike 1. 1-1 on Adam Haley. Nate Gold on deck. So the Torrington Twisters with a nice opportunity here to get the first run or 2 in. Or perhaps more if they'd like to get even more in. Scott Lagana's coming in now to join me. 1-1 pitch to Adam Haley is taken for strike 2, 1-2. Haley's the second baseman for Torrington tonight. He's a left-handed batter.
Had a nice sacrifice bunt in the first, moved Lee over to second. Even though Lee got stranded, it was a good sacrifice bunt by Haley.
Scoreless game. It's 1 hit for the Royals. The 1-2 pitch from Ferguson is swing and a miss, and the throw down to first to get Haley. So he's out.
Ball in the dirt right there, first base open. Haley thought, might as well take a jack down there. In case of an overthrow. Figure Zarnicki comes in from third and Lee advances from second to third.
So the runners stay where they are, 1 out, and Nate Gold steps in. He grounded out to the second baseman in the first. He's 0 for 1.
Nice opportunity for Gold to add a few more RBIs to his total right here.
He's got a good opportunity if he puts it in play somewhere. Or better yet, over the fence. Time's called as the coach and the catcher go out to talk to Mark Ferguson on the mound.
Surprised Ferguson's record, 0-4. It doesn't seem that bad out there. This is his first inning that he's really been in trouble with the runners on second and third, but first 2 innings seem to go through the lineup without any problem.
Yeah, it's been smooth going for him so far. While we have a moment, we're going to take a look back at Tuesday's games yesterday. Keene over Newport, 6-3. River Point over Lowell by a score of 4-2. Danbury over Manchester, 5-0. And 2 games here at Fusions Park last night. Torrington over Concord in the first game, 2-1. And Torrington over Eastern, 7-6 in the second game.
It's good to win those 1-run games. It always shows how good a team is when they win those 1-run games.
Both those games in Torrington went to the 10th inning.
They 2 extra inning games and a doubleheader. Wow. Takes a lot out of the team. Considering how many games they have in a row for the next few weeks.
Oh, I know. Everything got pushed back later as everybody's back where they should be. Pitchers on the mound, Ferguson looking in, Nate Gold back in the batter's box. With 1 out in the bottom of the third, no score. First pitch to Nate Gold is taken a little bit low and outside for ball 1.
Thought that NECBL strike zone was going to come into effect on that pitch with a little delayed reaction by the ump.
Outfielders playing deep. 2 runners on, Haley on third, Lee at second. And the pitch from Ferguson is taken for strike one. 1-1 on Nate Gold on the inside corner of the plate.
Nate already with 20 RBIs this season, looking to add 2 more to his total.
He's having a nice year with the bat and playing first base tonight. The 1-1 pitch from Mark Ferguson is low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Barnes, the catcher.
That was a nice block there. Otherwise, you would have had a runner coming out of that and Lee going to third on the play.
That looked like it was almost going to skip by him. It could have.
Yeah, good job of blocking it.
So Nate Gold, 2-1 count. Mark Ferguson looking in. He sets and kicks, delivers, and the pitch is taken high for a ball. 3-1 on Nate Gold.
Just to get back to that ball in the dirt, that gives the pitcher a lot of confidence when you know that your catcher is going to go down there and block almost everything you throw in the dirt. You're not afraid to throw anything, no matter where runners are on base.
A lot of pitchers get into trouble when the catchers can't do that.
Yep. It's great to have a catcher behind the plate that blocks 99 out of those 100 in the dirt.
3-1 pitch is hit hard into left field. Coming in to score is Haley. It bounces away from Bear out there, and Lee's coming down. He's charging to throw in out to second to make sure Gold doesn't move. 2 runs come in. 2-0 lead now for Torrington. Lee and Haley come in to score.
That was a Zarnicki, not Haley.
Zarnicki, yeah, that's right. Zarnicki, he was up before Lee, of course. Okay, 2 RBI single for Nate Gold. He got those couple of RBIs we were talking about.
Yep, there he goes. Now we got 22 on the season.
That'll bring up Justin McLean, batting right-handed. He's the third baseman. Followed by Brian Lentz.
Mark McLean batting what is he batting here? 360, no, that's a slugging. 364 slugging with a 302 on-base percentage this year.
Nate Gold takes his lead from first. Still just 1 out. First pitch is way outside for ball 1.
He is, that is McLean is second on the Twisters with 14 RBIs behind the Twisters' leading RBI man, Nate Gold.
Mark Ferguson sets the kick, the pitch, and that's in low, bouncing in the dirt, blocked by Barnes, ball 2.
Ferguson's been paying a lot of attention to when he's got runners on base. Don't think he'll be paying much attention to Gold over there at first. Not a big stolen base threat.
No, the pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Bear going way back toward the fence, and that's gone for a home run. Right over the Patterson sign out there. 2-run home run for Justin McLean, who had the grand slam last night. Nate Gold comes in to score ahead of him.
Boy, is this guy hot or what?
Can't get much hotter than that.
2 home runs in 2 days for Justin McLean. A grand slam yesterday, and a 2-run shot today to put the Twisters up 4-0 over the River Point Royals.
That happened pretty quickly. 4-0 here now in the bottom of the third.
Just as I'm saying, I don't see how the River Point Royals pitcher Mark Ferguson is 0-4. I see why now. Quick 4 runs here in the bottom of the third.
First pitch to Brian Lentz from Mark Ferguson is taken for strike 1. Lentz, the catcher, steps back in there. He's right-handed batter. Still just 1 out. 4-0 lead now. The bottom of the third. Mark Ferguson, the kick, the pitch, and that's check swing hit on the ground, rolling right down to the first baseman, Stiefkin, and he takes it himself for the 2nd out. That was a check swing, and it rolled right down the line, a couple feet past the first base back.
The Royals having some bullpen action early here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looks like number 20, I'm sorry if I pronounce this name wrong, but Madhu Satyanarayana is up in the bullpen warming up.
Oh, Madhu Satai. They told me just to say Satai.
Just Satai? All right.
I went down and asked him about it.
Sounds easier to me, too. That is the longest last name.
Or Sadi.
Sadi sounds good. Madhu Sadi.
I go down, I don't remember what they told me. So the count is 0-1 on Brian Kraft, the designated hitter. Mark Ferguson into his windup, and the 0-1 pitch is way inside. Kraft has to get out of the way of that one. Ball 1, 1-1. Kraft might be the smallest member of the Torrington Twisters at 5'9", but a compact 5'9" at 180 pounds. 1-1 pitch is foul down the first baseline. 1-2.
He is the smallest Twister on the roster, listed at 5'9". Next closest would be Torrington's own Nick Carbone at 5'10".
So when you're 5'9", 180 pounds is a lot. That's a compact.
Yeah, it really is.
Not a lanky.
A lot of muscle tone to him, though.
So a 1-2 count on him. Right-handed batter. Ferguson kicks, delivers, and the ball is fouled straight back over our heads up here in the parking lot behind us.
I think that one was heading towards my car.
That's why you don't park back there.
Well, it's tough when you pull in here when the Connie Mack League game was going on. There was nowhere to park out there except behind the press box.
1-2 count on Brian Kraft. Ferguson into his windup. The 1-2 pitches bounce right back to the mound. Ferguson up with it, fires over the first, and that's the third out. So a 4-run score, a 2-run home run by McLean, and so at the end of 3 full innings, Twisters lead 4-0 over the River Point Royals.
Torrington Twisters baseball on WAPJ.
All right, Scott. So as we enter the top of the fourth, Lee Curtis will be the leadoff batter, the third baseman. Tim Levesque on the mound getting his warm-up tosses in. He is pitching scoreless game so far, and just 1 hit given up to the Royals.
It seems like every time I see Levesque there on the mound, he's not an overpowering guy. He doesn't have that real strong fastball, but he just knows how to get batters out.
Just does what he has to do.
He throws it around the plate, lets them hit it in the plate. Know he's got a good defense behind him. He just lets them hit the ball. I mean, he strikes out a few batters occasionally, but he doesn't have overpowering stuff. But every time I see him out there, he's either pitching scoreless or giving up a run or two. And I haven't seen him lose yet while I've been broadcasting.
No, I don't think I have either.
I haven't seen any of the Twisters pitchers lose lately.
Oh, I know.
With their 18-5 start.
So Lee Curtis, he is 0 for 1. He flied out to right field back in the first. Tim Levesque, first pitch is taken high for ball 1. A little bit high. Curtis will be followed by Steve LaFair. Kick the pitch from Levesque is a little outside for ball 2. Definitely outside for ball 2. 2-0 on Lee Curtis. The 2-0 pitch from Levesque is hit hard right down third base, but that's going foul way down there in the corner.
Hard shot down the line, just a few feet to the left of third base. Would have been trouble if it's fair, though.
Oh, yeah. 2-1 count on Lee Curtis, the right-handed batter. 2-1 pitch from Levesque is check swing foul down the first base rolling toward the Twisters dugout.
He did not want to do that. He threw that bat out there, tried to pull it back, but he just caught a piece of it.
2-2 count now on him. Like we said, this is a perfect night for this tonight.
Great night for baseball.
2-2 pitch from Levesque is hit in the air to right field. Going back is Gold, and Carbone going over in foul territory. Nobody quite gets to it, but that's in foul territory down there in the corner.
I didn't expect Carbone to get that. He wasn't really playing towards the line.
They had a long way to go to get over there.
A real long way. He was playing more to right center than down the line.
So still a 2-2 count on Lee Curtis. See what I say. Lee Curtis, Spartanburg Methodist College.
1 homer and 7 RBIs on the season.
Pitch from Levesque is taken for strike 3. So a called third strike on Curtis for the first out of the bottom of the fourth, top of the fourth.
That was Tim Levesque's first strikeout of the evening.
That'll bring up Steve LaFair, the right fielder for the River Point Royals. He's a left-handed batter up there with 1 out. The first pitch from Tim Levesque is taken for a ball.
LaFair is out of the ACC representing Wake Forest for the River Point Royals.
The 1-0 pitch from Tim Levesque is taken for strike, 1-1 on LaFair. Steve LaFair from Wake Forest. He's a freshman there. Pitch is it's strike.
LaFair right at the plate with 3 dingers and leading the River Point Royals in home runs and RBIs with 3 homers and 17 RBIs.
Pitch from Levesque is low in the dirt for a ball. 2-2.
He's also tied for third on the River Point Royals with 18 hits.
2-2 pitches hit hard. Haley at second base turns and makes a nice play and fires down to Gold at first, and that's 2 away.
Great play there by Haley. A one-hopper, pretty hard one-hopper right to him.
He had to turn around, twist around, and twirl and throw.
I love Haley and Taberly out there, that double play combination. They just look so smooth out there.
So Matt Jackson, the designated hitter, now steps in with 2 outs. Tim Levesque on the mound, kicks, delivers, and taken for strike 1. Matt Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 1. He flied out to center field back in the second. Pitch is taken for a ball.
Jackson batting .273 on the year. He's only played in 8 games for the Royals. 6 hits and 22 at-bats.
Pitch is taken for strike 2. 1-2 on Matt Jackson. Ryan Bear is on deck batter for the River Point Royals. Tim Levesque stares in for the sign to kick the pitch, and that is taken outside for a ball.
Just missed the corner on that one.
2-2 goes the count on Jackson. Levesque, 2-2 pitches, hit in the air. Blooper going out, Lee giving chase, falls right in front of Zarnicki and Lee. Neither could quite get there. That's a single for Jackson.
In between fly ball, in between second and center, just dropped in there in front of Zarnicki. Unlike that fly ball that was hit out to him earlier, I definitely think he lost that one. It either went in the lights or he didn't see it when it was hit, because he backed up and just threw his arms up in the air like he didn't know where it was, and then it bounced a few feet in front of him for the hit.
It was like some mysterious entity was invisible out there, and the ball just hit it and fell straight down. Like.
That was only the second hit Levesque has given up tonight. Both to center field in front of Jordan Zarnicki.
Levesque looking in for the sign, and the 1-0 pitch to Bear is taken for strike 1, 1-1. So Jackson on first. Brian Triplett is on deck for the Royals with 2 outs. Pitch from Levesque is swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 on Ryan Bear. Little breeze here. The flag out there is very lively today. Not really a factor for the game, though.
Nah, not too big of a breeze out there tonight.
The pitch is taken for ball 2. 2-2 on Ryan Bear. Nice game so far for Tim Levesque.
Great game as usual.
The 2-2 pitch is fouled on top of the screen, about a few inches from going over the screen. Drops back down.
That one was parking lot bound. If it didn't, it just catch that top a few inches of the screen.
Someone saved a few bucks.
I think it was heading towards my car yet again.
And Scott Logano saved a few bucks.
The most important thing. Yeah, someone go move my car.
2-2 count. The pitch to Bear is fouled in the stands on the first base side. Jackson dropped back to first.
Knowing me, I'll move it and it'll still get hit.
There's a nice crowd here on a Wednesday night.
Considering the 8:15 start.
Yeah, it did get back up. Down for us usually, but foul straight back going in the stands right down here in front of us to our right. Lentz came back to the wall to see if he can get there. But
I thought that fan in the first row was going to catch it, but he just decided to watch it. Got a few boos from the crowd.
So Ryan Bear, a 2-2 count still.
He's fighting Levesque off here with those 2 strikes, protecting the plate pretty well.
Twisters infielders playing deep, with the exception of Gold. Taking off is Jackson, but the ball hits the third baseman, bouncer to McLean. He picks it up and fires across the goal for the third out. So one runner is left stranded, and Bear grounds out to end the inning. 5-3. So at the end of 3.5 innings, 4-0 score, the Torrington Twisters lead over the River Point Royals. So Torrington native Nick Carbone will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning with a 4-0 lead. Mark Ferguson's first pitch to him is a slow called strike one.
Nice swooping curve in there for the called strike.
Yeah, that one had a nice movement on it and less velocity. That was a funny looking pitch. 0-1 pitch to Carbone. Mark Ferguson down 4-0. Pitch to Carbone is fouled on the screen behind home plate. 0-2 count on Nick Carbone, the right fielder for Torrington tonight. Usually in left field, but he's over in right field tonight. He was called out on strikes back in the second. The 0-2 pitch is way outside for ball one.
Into the other batter's box.
Yeah. Andrew Toussaint is on deck. Carbone wishes that he was left-handed there for a second. The 1-2 pitch from Mark Ferguson is low inside for ball two. That one had a little more velocity on it.
Yeah, it did have a little more juice on it than the other pitches Carbone has seen in this at-bat.
So Ferguson looks in for the sign, a 2-2 count on Nick Carbone. He sets the kick, the pitch, and that is taken for ball three. 3-2, full count now on Nick Carbone.
There was that curveball again, just missing the outside corner.
Ferguson from Hamilton, Ontario. The pitch is swinging, bouncing foul just behind home plate.
Seems to be using that curveball quite a bit here in this at-bat to Carbone. Almost got him there. Carbone just got a piece of that one.
Well, it might have been a strike if he didn't hold up, though.
Yeah. Looked like it was catching some plate.
The full count pitch from Mark Ferguson is swing and a miss for strike three. So that's one out here in the bottom of the 4th.
4th strikeout of the night for Ferguson.
Yeah, he's really been pitching a good game, even though he had to. Well, I mean,
that rough inning last inning.
That was a 2 or 3 run home run by Nate Gold. That makes
2-run home run by McLean.
Oh, McLean had a 2-run home run. Okay. Andrew Toussaint up there. The first pitch to him is taken low inside for ball one.
Gold had the 2 RBI single last inning before McLean's home run.
So one big hit can make a huge difference. Aside from that, Ferguson's been having a pretty decent night here.
Yep.
The pitch is taken for strike one, 1-1.
That was Carbone's second strikeout of the night in his 2 at-bats.
Jordan Zarnicki waits on deck. Mark Ferguson sets, kicks, delivers, and the pitch is taken for strike 2. And a little bit of...
That was that NECBL strike zone.
Bewilderment on the look of Andrew Toussaint there. He looks a little bewildered.
Like about 6 inches off the corner.
1-2 count, and the pitch from Mark Ferguson is fouled off into the on-deck area for the third base side for the Royals on-deck area. Toussaint plays a nice outfield, too. He makes the play.
Great left field he plays.
1-2 pitch to Toussaint is taken outside for ball 2. 2-2.
Not doing much at the plate, though, this year. He's only played in 8 games, only has 20 at-bats, batting .200.
He wasn't there at the very beginning. I remember he came up a little bit later. The pitch is bounced foul on third base side, rolling near the dugout. One of the coaches come in and pick it up.
Toussaint has 4 hits in his only 20 at-bats this season. Only played in 8 games out of the 23 so far for the Twisters because he did join the team a little late into the season.
So 2-2 pitch is taken inside and a little bit high for ball 3. 3-2. Full count now on Andrew Toussaint with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
No more action in the River Point Royals bullpen now. They seem to think they're going to stick with Ferguson as he walks Toussaint on the full count pitch.
Outside was that pitch. Toussaint down there with a walk. So Jordan Zarnicki, the center fielder for Torrington, will come up. He singled back in the 3rd. He'd 1 for 1. Later came around to score on the home run by McLean.
On the RBI by single by Gold. He scored.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Lee and Zarnicki scored on that single 2 RBI by Nate Gold in the third.
I ought to remember that because I was calling him Haley. Yeah. You remember by through your mistakes. First pitch to Zarnicki is taken for strike 1. So on first is Andrew Toussaint, 1 out. And Zarnicki looks down to the third base coach for the signs.
Toussaint with only 1 stolen base on the year, but he does have some speed. Don't let him fool you.
Throw down to first, and he's back there in time easily. Standing up.
Ferguson will keep an eye on Toussaint while he pitches to Zarnicki here in the bottom of the 4th with the Twisters leading the Royals 4-0.
Zarnicki from Okaloosa Walton College. He bunts it down the first base line. The throw from the third baseman Curtis over there, and a nice sacrifice bunt as Zarnicki's retired at first, but Toussaint's now on second base for the Twisters.
That was a great bunt by Zarnicki. I wasn't expecting it personally, and I think he wanted to sacrifice Toussaint over to second on that, but I think he was also going for the base hit. He did a drag bunt while he was running down the line and put in a perfect spot. Just couldn't beat it out. Third baseman got him by a step.
Yeah, the infielders were playing deep. I think Curtis had to come in a long way to
I think Zarnicki noticed that and figured might as well try and sacrifice Toussaint over and then try and get a hit for himself out of it.
The Tabor Lee steps in. A nice night for him. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double, and later scored. First pitch to him from Ferguson is taken for strike 1.
Tabor Lee batting .308 on the year for the Twisters. Second behind Nate Gold in batting average.
He stole second base on the single in the first. Ferguson checks Toussaint at second, then he fires a pitch that's taken for strike 2 by Tabor Lee. 0-2 count on him. So Lee's right-handed batter, the shortstop.
Wonder if Travis's brother's in attendance tonight with the All-Star break, 3-day rest from the major leagues.
Way outside and high is the pitch for ball 1, 1 and 2. Yeah, I heard that he was here, Travis Lee was here last night.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I didn't see him, but I mean, he was here. I don't know if he's still there, but
he's having a great year for the Phillies so far this year.
Right.
Batting about .270, dozen or so home runs, 50-plus RBIs.
1-2 pitch to Lee is bouncing in the dirt, ball 2. Barnes walks up and tosses it back to the mound. So a 2-2 count on Tabor Lee as he steps back in there.
Lee is now tied for the lead with hits on the Twisters roster with 26. Tied with him is Nate Gold, who had that single that scored 2 in the third. Toussaint breaks for third. No one noticed that one, though.
He kind of slipped trying to get back, but nobody was covering. He was able to get back there in time as Ferguson held on to the ball. He couldn't throw it anywhere.
I think Ferguson realized because he heard someone in the crowd scream or someone in the dugout scream because everyone out there was surprised at that.
The pitch is hit in the air and down in the corner in the right field. Rounding third is Toussaint. He's coming in to score. The throw in down near the foul pole from LaFair is... And the run scores as Tabor Lee is on second base with a double. Nice hit right down there near the foul line in right field.
Might have found our player of the game, even though it's only the 4th inning. But Tabor Lee now 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single and an RBI there, scoring Andrew Toussaint.
His second double of the night for Tabor Lee. He's 3 for 3. So Lee on second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 score now for the Torrington Twisters, leading over the River Point Royals, and that'll bring up Adam Haley, a left-handed batter. He is 0 for 2. Sacrifice bunt back in the first. Really nice sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, it was a nice sacrifice, getting Lee over to second. Haley coming into tonight was batting .292 with 1 home run and 8 RBIs.
So Mark Ferguson looks back at second and kicks, delivers, and inside pitch, and Lee steals third base.
What a jump did Tabor Lee have on that one. Ferguson paying no attention to him. Lee just took off, and he could have went in there standing. There wasn't even a throw from the catcher.
Nope.
So another stolen base to add to Tabor Lee's total.
He's having a nice night. So Adam Haley with the 1-0 pitch is low outside, bouncing away from Barnes. 2-0 on Adam Haley. So Lee down at third now. There's 2 outs.
Porter, do I have to say again? I don't care. I just gotta know because I gotta.
The pitch is bounced foul back on the wall behind home plate. Ferguson has struck out 16 batters going into this game.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 4 more to add to his total tonight.
Okay, he's reached 20.
Yep. Carbone's been a victim twice. Kraft went down in the second on strikes, and Haley in third. But the important thing for the Twisters is they are up 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th off Mark Ferguson and the River Point Royals.
So a 2-1 count on Adam Haley with 2 outs. Ferguson kicks, delivers, and the pitch is hit. Foul down first base side going down there in the corner.
Still no action after, I gotta pronounce this guy's name again. Madhu Sati, who was warming up earlier in the Royals bullpen. No action currently. So it looks like Ferguson is in there for a little while at least.
2-2 pitch from Ferguson is taken outside for ball 3. Full count now on Adam Haley.
Just misses. Ferguson wanted that one. He gave a little stare down to the umpire before he got the ball back from his catcher.
If looks could kill. Full count now. The pitch from Ferguson, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So Lee left on third, but not after another run comes in to score on a double by Lee. 5-0 to score. Torton Twisters lead over River Point.
So we now enter the top of the 5th inning as Tim Levesque is back on the mound, leading the Twisters. Our Twisters are leading the River Point Royals 5-0. Levesque only allowing 2 hits so far through his 4 innings of work tonight.
He's cruising along nicely here as we enter the top of the 5th inning.
Let's see what Levesque's record is on the year. He is 3-1 with a 2.43 ERA. Can't beat that. Like I said, every time he's out there, I don't think I've ever seen him give up more than 2 runs.
Absolutely, and Ryan Triplett, second baseman for the Royals, will step in, right-handed batter. He is 0 for 1. He grounds a slide out to shortstop back in the 2nd. First pitch to him from Tim Levesque is taken for a ball outside. Ball 1.
Triplett is batting .204 on the year with 10 hits and 49 at-bats.
1-0 pitch is taken high for a ball. He squared the bunt and then put the bat right back there. That pitch was nowhere near the strike zone. 2-0 on Triplett. Justin Barnes on deck. 2-0 pitch is bounced behind home plate, foul. And Lentz throws the mask off and looked up. That ball was way back.
Didn't know where that one was.
No telling when those type of ones, you don't know. Like some of those shots you see in the blooper tapes, the catcher's looking around, it's right below his leg.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch is taken high outside for ball 3. 3-1.
Levesque has made a pretty quick work of the Royals tonight. I don't think his pitch count is too high.
Pitch is low outside, bounces back to the wall. And he's on with ball 4.
That is Levesque's first walk of the night. And he also hit a batter in the 1st.
Okay, Triplett on first for the walk to lead off the 5th as Justin Barnes steps in, the catcher for the Royals. He's the right-handed batter. Where's number 19? He's 1 for 1 with a single in the 3rd.
That was that shot out to Zarnicki in center field that we think he lost in the lights.
Throw down to first, and Triplett dives back there safely. Nate Gold holds him on.
Yep.
Pitch is taken for strike. I took my eyes off the plate there, so I think that was a strike. But whenever I do that, there's nothing on the scoreboard either. So I think that was a strike. The pitch from Tim Levesque is taken for a ball, a little bit low.
See if the umpire gives us the count. I guess he's not going to do us that favor.
We need to give him one of those little ear things so he can hear us, help us out up here. So throw down to first, and he dives back there.
So when we're distracted from the game, he can remind us what the count is.
It is difficult, you don't really. You got to look down at something, and there goes the pitch. The pitch is taken for a ball. A little bit high. Ball 2. So Tim Levesque pitching a nice game here into the 5th.
Even when he shows the sign, I still can't see him.
The pitch is low outside, but he swings and golfs it over the 3rd. McLean comes way in, and everybody's... Whoa, the throw down to second is into center field, but nobody goes anywhere. Triplett was almost lost his footing there, and he was off of second. McLean turned and fired down there, but he got back there in time.
That was a definite hit and run there by the Royals because Triplett took off for second, and that ball was way low and outside, but Barnes swung to protect the runner. What does he do? He dribbles it down the 3rd baseline with McLean playing back. McLean wasn't expecting that.
No.
Had no chance to get Barnes over at first. But as Triplett ran at second, he slipped, and McLean threw it down there, but the throw was a little off. So Triplett was back into second base safe.
I don't know if that's a fielder's choice for Barnes.
No, that's an infield single.
Yeah, because he was safe before. I don't think McLean could have got him. He had to go in a long way.
McLean had no chance of getting him. He was too far back, and by the time he got to the ball, Barnes was about 2 steps from first base.
First pitch to Lamboy is taken for ball 1.
Saw Lamboy square around to bunt there, so he might be trying to sacrifice the runners over to second and third.
Justin Lamboy, right-handed batter, he's looking down to the coach for signs down there at third. He gives him a sign, steps back in there.
McLean and Gold are now in on the infield grass to protect the bunt.
1-0 pitch from Levesque is hit, popped up in the air. Going back is Gold, short right field in the foul territory. Going over and almost making the catch is second baseman Adam Haley. I think it almost touched his glove, but it's just, he didn't get it. It went a long way over there to get it.
That's not a bad miss, though, for Haley, because the runner on second, Triplett, would have tagged easily and gotten a third on that, which is basically what a sacrifice bunt would do in this situation, too. So really no harm done on that one. That was a hard play for Haley, too, running to get that. Almost a sort of a Bermuda Triangle over there with Gold and Haley and who's in right, Carbone, all heading for that pop-up that was foul.
So an 0-2 count on Justin Lamboy, the shortstop. Runners going, and the swing and bouncing foul back to the wall, and everybody steals a base. Lents up with it and fires down to third, and he's back there safely. So Triplett down at third now, and Barnes down at second. Runners were going on that pitch, and he swinged and fouled it way back toward the wall.
No need for a sacrifice bunt after that. So Lamboy goes down on strikes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he struck out and it bounced away. That's right.
Yep. So runners still got the runners over, even though he didn't sacrifice them. Right. Pass ball allowed the runners to advance safely, even though they were running on the play. They will still get credit for stolen bases.
Oh, okay. First pitch to Matt Sauls is taken for strike
I'd
one.
say.
0-1. He is 0 for 2.
The ump's not too boisterous with his calls here tonight.
No.
Hard to tell a ball from a strike.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 on Sauls. Stolen bases. There. Matt Sauls is the center fielder for the Royals tonight.
It's 1-1, I think.
Oh, okay. 1-1 pitch from Tim Levesque is taken high outside for ball 2. 2-1.
That was Barnes' 4th stolen base of the season, and Triplett's 4th stolen base of the season.
On deck, Justin Siefkin. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 on Matt Sauls.
Twos across the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Sauls from Gulf Coast Community College.
Levesque trying to keep a shutout here in the 5th.
2 outs. 2 runners on, third and second. Pitch is hit in the air to short right field. Carbone moving slightly to his left and makes the catch. In the throw toward home, he holds up and goes back to third. So that must be the second out. I thought there was 2 outs.
Had a little trouble with our scoreboard operator, I think.
I should have known that by my scorecard.
I should have known it too.
There's only one out, but I looked up at the scoreboard and just read it off there.
Yeah, so 2 outs now here in top of the 5th with Twisters leading 5-0.
Justin Siefkin, a left-handed batter, steps in. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in his first.
I think that fly to right was just a little too shallow for the Royals to test Carbone right there. You're down 5 runs. You don't want to make the last out of the plate at home, especially with no runs on the board already.
First pitch to Siefkin from Levesque is taken outside for ball 1. Lee Curtis on deck. 1-0 pitch from Levesque is taken high for ball 2. So, Triplett on third and Barnes on second for the Royals here. A little bit of a threat, but 2 outs now.
Levesque always seems to work his way out of trouble. See if he can do it here.
2-0 pitch is fouled up on the third base side, going foul back here in the grandstand. See, any little ground ball or fly out and the threat will be ended. 5-0 lead for Torrington in the top of the 5th inning. Levesque looks in and he checks the runner at third, the kick, the pitch, and ground ball, hard hit, diving past Haley and into center field. Zarnicki up with it. Triplett comes in to score, and a throw to home plate is very close, and he is called safe as Barnes sliding into home.
That was a great job by Lentz there to try and block the play, and I thought he did, but the River Point Royal Justin Barnes must have just squeaked his foot in there.
So a 2-run single for Siefkin. Nice throw by Zarnicki.
Great
throw.
throw.
Went right there. Everything met right there, but not quite in time.
So, strike throw to Lentz at the plate, and great job of blocking the plate by Lentz, but Barnes must have just squeaked his foot in there.
So score now 5-2. Torrington Twisters on top. So Lee Curtis, batting right-handed, the first pitch to him from Levesque is hit hard. Bouncer. McLean ranging over. Tosses over to Haley, covering second to double off Siefkin, and the side is retired. So 2 runs given up. And at the end of 4.5 innings, a 5-2 score, Torrington Twisters lead. All right, 5-2 the score. Torrington Twisters lead the River Point Royals as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Mark Ferguson still on the mound. He's getting his warm-up tosses. Due up for the Torrington Twisters will be Nate Gold, followed by Justin McLean and Brian Lentz, the scheduled 3.
Yeah, Levesque got himself in a little trouble last inning. Usually you see him work out of those, usually 2/3 of the time. He usually works his way out of those, but shot up the middle, just got by Adam Haley as he dove to his right, scored the 2 runs. But Zarnicki had a great throw from center field, which almost nailed Justin Barnes at the plate.
Warm-up tosses are complete now. And Nate Gold steps in. Gold is 1 for 2. He singled in his last at-bat in the 3rd and later scored on the home run by Justin McLean. Fielders playing deep. Gold in there. Ferguson looking in for the signs. And the kick, the pitch, and it's taken low outside in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 on Gold. Ferguson's pitching a nice game himself here for the most part. A couple of big hits really did him in. Pitch is hit, popped up, short, right field, going back to the second baseman, and he almost misplays it, but he makes the catch. Triplett out there. So 1 away. He turned and almost looked like he was going to drop it.
Barely caught that one. Yeah, Ferguson really got in trouble in that 3rd inning with the 2 RBI single to Nate Gold, and then the 2-run bomb by Justin McLean over the left field wall. Besides those 2 big hits, I mean, take those away, this would be a 2-1 game with River Point leading, but can't do that.
Right, what happens,
leading 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th.
Justin McLean steps in, and the first pitch to him from Ferguson is taken high for ball 1. McLean is 1 for 2. Again, we said he homered in the 3rd and flied out to center field. 1-0 pitch to him is hit in the air, short right field, going down the foul line. In foul territory is Siefkin at first, and he makes the catch in foul territory. He almost lost his footing and balance too on that one.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest plays to make, and Siefkin made it look pretty easy, going down the right field line, backing up, running backwards, and made a nice play down there.
Right. So with 2 quick outs, Brian Lentz is stepping in. The catcher, he's right-handed.
Royals now have some more bullpen action. I think it's my guy Madhu Sati down there again. He is down there warming up yet again. I like Madhu to get in this game, so I can start saying his name more often.
1 strike on Lentz, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Madhu is out of Fort Worth, Texas, and also attends Harvard with a fellow Twister, Brian Lentz.
0-2 count on Brian Lentz. Brian Kraft on deck.
What was that by Ferguson?
Oh,
He went into the windup and then decided to...
Yeah, the arms went over the shoulder. They just started kicking the dirt around on there on the mound.
Would have been a balk if someone was on base.
The 0-2 pitch is taken low outside for ball 1. 1 and 2. On Lentz.
I don't know if he'd lost his footing there or decided he didn't want to pitch that pitch, but decided to stop in motion.
Sets the kick, the pitch, and bouncing low in the dirt for ball 2. 2 and 2.
Lentz was credited with a single in his first time up in the second inning on that questionable call, the ground ball of the shortstop that he bobbled, but I think he might have beat it out anyway, so he got the single.
Ferguson's pitch is bounced right back at him on the mound and tosses it down to first base to Siefkin, and that's 3 outs. A very quick inning for Ferguson as the 1 to 3 foot out. And at the end of 5 complete innings, Torton Twisters remain the lead 5-2 over the Royals.
As we now enter the top of the 6th inning here at Fustage Park, with the Twisters leading the River Point Royals 5-2, and Tim Levesque is back on the mound for his 6th inning of work.
Levesque pitching a nice outing. Got into a little trouble in the 5th.
Yep.
But aside from that,
looked great besides that last inning. He almost worked his way out of it, but a 2-out hit up the middle brought 2 Royals in to spoil his shutout bid for the night.
The schedule 3 for the Royals here are Steve LaFair, Matt Jackson, and Ryan Bear. LaFair, the right fielder, steps in. He's left-handed batter. Walks into the batter's box.
Fair 0 for 2 on the night, dipping his batting average under the Mendoza line. Came in tonight at 202.
Levesque adjusts his cap and looks in, sets the kick. The pitch is way over the head of everybody and bounces off the lawn and rolls back to Lentz.
Reminded me almost of that Randy Johnson pitch at a few All-Star games ago with Kruk up at the plate.
Oh.
Right over his head.
One ball, no strikes. The pitch is taken for strike 1, 1-1 on LaFair. Extra speed on that one. The 1-1 pitch from Tim Levesque is check swing for strike 2.
He tried to hold up, but he knew he'd gone and he couldn't hold it back. Pitch would have been a ball as it was low in the dirt.
Everybody playing pretty deep. The 1-2 pitch is swing and a miss for strike 3, so LaFair down on strikes to lead off the 6th. 1 out.
Levesque's 2nd strikeout of the evening adds to his total. Now has 25 on the year.
So Matt Jackson, the designated hitter, steps in. He's a right-handed batter with 1 out. He is 1 for 2, single in his last at-bat. The first pitch to him is taken for strike 1.
Great curveball there by Levesque. That 12-6 really had Jackson fooled.
The 0-1 pitch from Levesque is swing and a miss, bouncing off a home plate.
Quickly 0-2 now on Jackson.
Jackson is from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. The 0-2 pitch to him is bouncing low outside in the dirt for ball 1. 1 and 2.
We do have some action in the Twisters bullpen right now. If I could see through a poll, I could tell you who it was, but I can't.
They know just where to stand.
It is a lefty, I can tell you that much.
1-2 is swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in a row here for Tim Levesque. Not too shabby. 2 quick outs as Ryan Bear comes up, a right-handed batter. He's a left fielder for the Royals. He's 0 for 2.
Actually, it is a righty warming up in the Twisters bullpen. It's Giampaolo warming up? All right. CJ Giampaolo, the local boy, warming up in the bullpen.
The first pitch is taken for strike one on Bear.
I wonder if we're going to see my buddy Matt Hussati next inning for the River Point Royals.
The 0-1 pitch from Levesque is swinging a miss for strike two. Again, quickly 2 strikes on the batter. He is ahead in the count, Levesque is. Ryan Triplett on deck. Levesque's 0-2 pitch is hit in the air to left center field. Coming over is Zarnicki, and he makes the catch as Toussaint slides by. I almost thought Toussaint made the catch. And so the side is retired. And a nice play out there. So at the end of 5.5 innings, 5-2 score, Torrington Twisters lead the River Point Royals from Houston Park in Torrington.
I'm now joined in the booth by Ryan Phelan, who takes over for Jeremy. Welcome, Ryan.
Nice to be here, Scott.
Stepping up to the plate now for the Twisters is the DH, Brian Kraft. First pitch, Kraft shows bump, but the pitch is low and outside for ball one. Kraft is 0 for 2 on the night, grinding back to the pitchers last time up. Kraft back into the box now. Still, Mark Ferguson is on the mound for the Royals. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by Kraft. 1-1 the count.
And as he just illustrated, that's why he's still in there.
I was hoping I'd see my buddy Matt here this inning, but maybe another inning. Still early.
He's just putting it over. You know? As long as he's close.
The 1-1 from Ferguson. Nice curveball in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now. The count on the Twisters' designated hitter, Brian Kraft.
I haven't seen Kraft too much. You know, I've come to a Twisters game and he's on a couple.
Yeah, he played a few at second, but Haley's been a fixture in there lately. The 1-2 way inside as Kraft gets out of the way. 2-2 now. The count to Brian Kraft.
Telling him to back off the plate a little. You know,
he wants that inside corner. Ferguson does. The 2-2 from Ferguson. Swinging a foul ball off Kraft's ankle, it looked like. Foul ball. Count remains 2-2.
And you got to make sure that the umpire knows it hit you, because you know it hits you and you think, oh no, you know, I have to run to the base because it's in fair territory.
Especially with these NECBL umpires.
Yeah, I know they. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm not afraid to say anything, folks. Kraft came in to the night batting at, what was he batting? 268. And he's 0 for 2 on the night. Ball 3 way outside. So now a full count here to Brian Kraft in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Twisters leading the Royals 5-2.
The catcher was so far out on that, it looked like they were going to intentionally lock it.
Kraft's not that, he is a dangerous hitter, but not that dangerous. A 3-2 is fouled back into the screen. So, still remains a full count here to Kraft in the bottom of the 6th. Ferguson's got to be getting up there in his pitch count. He had a long 3rd inning when he gave up 4 of his 5 runs. Now with a 3-2 count on Kraft, so we might see some relief action soon for the Royals. The full count pitch is fouled back into the screen. Kraft protecting the plate pretty well here with 2 strikes on him.
Staying alive, geez.
That's what you got to do.
Well, there was some action down in the Royals bullpen earlier, but he just went and sat down.
Yep, Matt, who was warming up in the 3rd.
Beauty of a pitch. That was right down Main Street, and Triplett just
I don't know what Triplett was looking at. I mean,
he was really late on that.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw that it was a perfect pitch right down the plate, and then he's just like, oh, I got to swing.
Must have not been expecting that pitch. So stepping in now is the catcher, Justin Barnes, who takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Barnes is 2 for 2 on the night with a stolen base in the 5th inning. He has half the River Point Royals hits tonight. Called strike 2 on the corner. Quickly 0-2 now to Justin Barnes.
To be 50% of the hit output, that's pretty bad.
Hey, it's good for him. Barnes has some bragging rights after the game tonight.
Not if they don't win.
The other 2 from Levesque is way high for ball 1. 1-2 the count now to Justin Barnes, whose River Point Royals are trailing 5-2 here in the top of the 7th. Tim Levesque deals. Pop up to the second baseman, and it's in there. Base hit to right center field. So Barnes has his 3rd hit of the night. He's the only River Point Royal who seemed to have Tim Levesque's number. 3 for 3 on the night. He's got 60% of their hits.
Well, Timmy obviously just can't get it by him, you know?
Hey, we'll take it, though. That's the only guy he can't get out.
Well,
Fine with me.
What college is he from?
Barnes? Barnes is from Alabama, Huntsville.
I was going to say. He might be from the same college that Levesque is from.
Where's Levesque from?
Levesque is from Michigan. Yeah, that's
I doubt it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, if they're teammates, you know, then it would be a bit more predictable.
First pitch from Levesque is a ball, 1-0. The count to Justin Lamboy.
I should have known that, too.
Levesque deals, and there's a shot hit in the right field. Backing up his Carbone, and he makes the catch. So, 2 outs now for the Royals in the top of the 7th inning. After Lamboy flies out to Nick Carbone.
Now, when the 3rd out happens, I have to go sing.
Oh, you have to go sing?
So
I have to do the underwriting? All right, I understand.
No, I don't think there's any underwriting.
No more underwriting?
Well, we don't do it in the middle of the stretch, I thought, because this one says the end of the 7th.
Well, sounds good to me then.
So you can just do your own color for a half of an inning.
Stepping in now is the center fielder, Matt Sauls, who takes ball 1. Sauls is 0 for 3 on the night with pop-ups to all of the outfielders. To center in the 1st, to left in the 3rd, and to right in the 5th. The 1-0 from Levesque. Just a bit outside. 2-0 now the count.
Trying to puzzle him which way he's going to hit it. You know, make him play straight away and then hit it to, like, right center.
He's hit it to all fields tonight, so you don't know where this one's going.
Which is good. You keep the fielders confused, and you never know where it's going to go.
2-0 from Levesque is high. 3-0 now the count.
I mean, when you have a guy that's using both lines and up the middle, you just play him straight away.
Yep. The 3-0 from Levesque. Steve Reich right down the middle. 3-1 now the count.
He was taking all the way on that.
Oh, yeah, you could tell that the Royals need some base runners. I think he took a glance down the 3rd and got the take signal. 3-1 now the count. Levesque from the stretch. Tries to check his swing, but he went. So now we have a full count here to Matt Sauls. 3-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. You have to think Justin Barnes will be taking off from 1st on the full count pitch.
Yeah, well, you got it, because either way, you have a better shot of making it.
There he goes, swinging a foul ball into the Fusage parking lot. So 3-2 the count still to Matt Sauls.
Because, I mean, the worst that can happen is he pops out and you can't get...
And you run for nothing.
Yeah.
But sure they won't mind.
Yeah, I know. It's better than getting thrown out at second when you should have been there already.
So Levesque looks in for the sign and the full count. Steve Reich, 3 on the inside corner. Caught Matt Sauls looking. So
I'll be right back.
singing. So at the end of 6.5, the Twisters lead the River Point Royals 5-2. He's not Harry Carey, folks, but it'll do.
All right, back to Ryan Phelan.
So now entering the bottom of the 7th, the Twisters will have Adam Haley, Nate Gold, and Justin McLean for them this inning.
I got nominated to do that, by the way.
That's quite all right. Better you than me is all I have to say.
That's what Kyle was telling me yesterday.
Better you than me. What did Sauls do when he was up?
Sauls?
Struck out.
Yeah.
Struck out.
The umpire's little dance behind the plate.
Yeah. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Levesque so far. After his strikeout of Sauls. So Madhu Sati is back on the mound this inning. I like Madhu.
That's just a nickname, by the way, folks.
It's not a nickname. It is his real name, Madhu. Although His last name is Satyana Rayana. We call him Madhu Sati. The pitch from Sati. High and outside for ball one.
Yeah, if you want to see the spelling of his name, it's on the NECBL website. you fax us your pronunciation of how you would say it.
The 1-0 for Madhu. Ball two outside. 2-0 the count now to the second baseman, Adam Haley. Adam Haley is 0 for 2 on the night with a sacrifice bunt in the first, but he's K'd his last two times up. The 2-0 from Sati. Again, outside, 3-0. Sati having a little control problems here to Haley.
Yeah, Barnes was trying to frame that pitch, but...
It's hard to frame it when it's about 8 inches outside. Even the best catcher can't frame that one. So the 3-0 to Haley from Sati.
That was a strike
You're right.
all the way. Strike
You
all
can
the
tell
way.
Haley was taking all the way, too. He had the bat on his shoulder.
Yeah, he looked anxious to hit that one. It's like, no, I don't want to let this one go by.
So now the count to Haley is 3-1. Sati from the windup. Swing and a miss by Haley. 3-2 now the count. Sati worked back pretty strong after starting Haley out with 3 balls that were about 8 inches off the plate. Now he's got him back to a full count.
The Royals pitchers have done quite well at doing that.
Ground ball to second base. He slips but throws over to first in time. So Triplett throws over to Sefkin for the out. Haley is retired 4-3.
You gotta love how they throw it around the horn every time, you know. It's good when you're the home team, but you know, it's just like shoving it in the other team's face when you're the away team. I mean, it's just like, your player struck out.
Stepping into the box now is the first baseman, number 34, Nate Gold, who had a 2 RBI single in the third for the Twisters' first 2 runs. The pitch from Sati, swinging a miss by Gold, 0-1 the count now. The madman, Madhu Sati, with an 0-1 count now to Nate Gold.
Oh, jeez.
Handing out nicknames now.
Yeah, we're gonna be like Chris Berman, hand out all these different nicknames, you know.
Madhu deals, ball 1, low and outside. 1-1 the count now to Nate Gold. Nate Gold, as I said earlier, is leading the Twisters in RBIs with having his 22nd RBI tonight on that single in the third. The 1-1 from Sati, called strike 2 on the inside corner. 1-2 now the count to Nate.
As I like to say, the supposed inside corner.
The NECBL inside corner.
Which is anything that doesn't hit you.
The 1-2 from Madhu. Ball in the dirt. 2-2 now the count. Nice block there by the catcher, Justin Barnes. I haven't seen many balls go past him tonight. He seems to block anything you throw to him.
Yeah, the only one I saw sail back to the fence was when we had got...
Swing and a miss by Nate Gold. Nate goes down on strikes for the first strikeout for Madhu. Madhu now with 1 full inning and no earned runs. That ERA is dropping, folks.
He can bring it down to 12 if he gets through this.
Stepping up to the plate now is the third baseman, Justin McLean, who continued on his hot streak in the third inning, belting a 2-run home run over the left field wall for the 4-0 lead for the Twisters, who now lead 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Madhu, swing and a miss by McLean.
That looks like it might have hit him when he swung.
Yeah, it might have looked like it was near the handle of the bat. I tell you, I don't know where this 15 ERA comes from Madhu. He looks pretty dominant out there. Madhu in the dirt. He does have a little control problem, though. He has 8 walks in 7 innings so far this year. Averaging over a walk an inning.
Oh, let's check some more stats on this guy.
We still love you, though, Madhu.
He's only got 3 strikeouts,
yeah.
8 base on balls.
The 1-1 from Madhu is in the dirt again for ball 2. 2-1 the count now to the third baseman, Justin McLean.
That's an awful walk to strikeout ratio. 3-1.
Well, now it's, what does he have? 8 walks?
It was 8
walks to 4 strikeouts now.
So 2-1.
Shot down the left field line's foul by Justin McLean. 2-2 now the count. So McLean, who is 1 for 3 on the night, is looking to add to his total here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Twisters leading 5-2.
Yeah, I met Justin's father. I actually met him last year, but you know, I saw him the other night, and it just joggled my memory when I was here. And, you know, very friendly guy, and from what Dave says, his whole family's really friendly.
Really?
And, you know, they'll talk to you for hours.
Swing, and McLean just gets a piece of it as it goes back to the backstop. Count remains 2-2.
And, I mean, like Dave said, you know, they know what they're talking about, and they keep you interested in what they're talking about.
Yep.
I mean, I was getting ready to leave last night, and I went to shake Mr. McLean's hand, and it was like 10:30 when I was ready to leave. I didn't get out of there till 11.
The 2-2, McLean rips it down the line, base hit. This is going to the wall, folks, and McLean is rounding first and in the second, standing up. So a two-out double here in the seventh by Justin McLean will allow Brian Lentz now to step to the plate.
That was a nice hit. That was a double all the way.
Nice rope right down the line. Madhu giving up his first hit of the night.
Now we got the catcher going out there. He's telling
Madhu he doesn't want the CRA to go up anymore.
Can't go much higher.
He's saying, Madhu, come on, your ERA's in double digits. Let's get it down to single.
Oh, I was watching SportsCenter one day, and this one guy's ERA, he was in for a third of an inning, and he gave up something like 6 runs.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
So his ERA was something like 120. I was like, what the?
All right, now stepping up to the plate is the catcher Brian Lentz, who is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the second inning. He will try and get Justin McLean in here from second with 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh.
That's 109 ERA.
Oh. I gotta have you tutor me in math. The pitch from Madhu is low and outside for ball 1. How do you do that in your head?
Well, you figure 5 times 3 is 15.
Yeah.
And 15 times 10
and 150.
is 150.
I know that.
150. Yeah. So you take away. Oh, geez, I did it wrong.
The 1-0 from Madhu. Low in the dirt for 2-0 count now.
Yeah, let's try some more math here. Whatever 150 minus 15 is, so that's 135 ERA.
All right, I can do the adding and subtracting.
Geez. I kept thinking it was 11 and a half. I'm like, how do you get 11 and a half?
A 2-0 from Matt, who was hit down the right field line and caught by the River Point right fielder, Steve LaFay. So, after 7 innings here at Fusenage Park, your Twisters lead the River Point Royals 5-2.
And here on to the
underwriter. Would you like to take over play-by-play this inning?
I'll get the second half.
All right.
So you get an inning and a half, and I get an inning.
All right.
And
I know. We now have a new pitcher for the Torrington Twisters. It is Torrington's C.J. Giampaolo, who takes over for Tim Levesque's solid outing tonight. Only 2 runs on 5 hits over 7 innings, and a handful of strikeouts. 5 strikeouts for Levesque tonight.
And CJ's going to get a pretty good ovation here.
Yeah.
We got about 5 people clapping out there as I say that. You got to back me up out here. I mean,
crowd's not into it anymore, I guess.
Well, we only got something like 500 people here.
There's about 75 here left now. I think the rest have taken off.
Well, see, this wasn't on the game schedule.
Yep, yeah, that's true. It is a makeup game.
So, I mean, we average, something like 1,340 something.
Our PA man has just told us 1,342 we average.
Oh, that's going to kill the average right there. Oh, man.
Stepping into the plate now is the first baseman, Justin Siefkin, who takes ball 1 low and inside from C.J. Giampaolo.
So you figure there's like how many home games and
a lot of away games coming up.
Yeah,
though.
I know. We have a lot of away games to make up for that homestand we had.
The 1-0 from Giampaolo is taken for a strike. 1-1 now the count. We have
yeah, that's us tonight.
Well, we're away tomorrow in Middletown.
We're home Friday night at Keene. Not at Keene, but we can't be here if we're home.
Pitch is taken by Siefkin for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Justin Siefkin, who singled his last time up.
Saturday we're in Lowell, and Sunday and Monday, come out and see Team USA.
You got it. There's a shot hit down the left field line. Toussaint gives chase and makes a catch going towards the line. Nice play there by Andrew Toussaint for the first out here in the top of the 8th. he was sort of leaning over to try and, you thought he was going to dive for it.
Yeah. He's got some speed. He doesn't need to dive.
Yeah, he doesn't need to dive when you're that fast. I mean, he was booking it over there.
Yeah, he was. He flies.
He could have caught that thing if it was foul. Like we saw last year.
Yeah, like he almost did last year.
Yeah, when he almost ran into the fence.
Stepping in now is the third baseman for the Royals, Lee Curtis, who takes strike one on the outside corner. Lee Curtis is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout.
The last names that sound like first names.
Yeah, you get them mixed up.
I mean, last year, Larry said Lee Tabor one time. And I can see him tonight saying Curtis Lee or Lee Curtis. I don't even know what his name is.
An easy mistake. The second pitch is taken for a strike, 0-2. Ground ball to Tabor Lee at short. He backs up, makes it, and throws over. A nice scoop by Nate Gold over at first to put away Lee Curtis, 6-3.
Oh, that throw was low in the dirt, but Gold had that thing called.
Gold had the nice scoop there to dig it right out of the dirt.
There was no doubt about that one once Gold went down, and he's just like, that's mine.
Stepping in now is the right fielder, Steve LaFay, who made the catch last inning to end the inning on Brian Lentz's pop-up to right. Pitch from Giampaolo. Taken high for ball 1, 1-0 the count.
Still not as good as the play made over by the fence there.
Nah, still not. That was a great play.
I was surprised he caught it. I thought that was out of play.
Yeah, the 1-0 from Giampaolo. Again, taken high for ball 2. I don't know, those past two pitches look like they could have been a borderline either ball or strike to me.
The umpire doesn't like to appease the home crowd.
I guess he doesn't want to get out of here early tonight. The 2-0 from Giampaolo. Ball 3, 3-0 now.
We have to, guess at first, and then it's confirmed by the umpire.
He doesn't make a sign in the first 3 seconds, and I have to call it myself.
And then he flashes us that we're wrong. It's like, when did you call a strike, buddy?
3-0 is taken for a strike by Justin LaFave, so 3-1 now the count. Giampaolo looks in for the sign, shakes off the first one, and is ready to deal. The 3-1 is belted into right field. Carbone backs up, and it's over his head. One hopper off the wall. Carbone gets it in to Adam Haley, and standing in at second is Steve LaFave with a stand-up double.
No, I went, ooh. That's usually a bad sign. I thought that thing sounded like it was.
That sounded nice off the bat and went right over. Carbone took maybe a half a step in and then realized that wasn't going to be in.
He's like, uh-oh, back out.
Took off for the fence. One hopped off the fence, and Carbone got it in, but Steve LaFave is on second now with 2 outs. Stepping into the plate now is the DH, Matt Jackson, who struck out his last time and is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the 4th. Giampaolo checks the runner at second and deals. Steve Reich right down the middle, 0-1.
If you don't call that a strike, you get a yelling at you.
Yeah, you definitely will. 0-1 the count now to Matt Jackson. From the stretch, Steve Reich, too, right down the middle. I don't know what Jackson's waiting for. He's had 2 beauties pitched to him right there.
Those were meatballs. Those were right down the middle.
Yep. 0-2 now the count to Jackson. Giampaolo looking to make quick work of the Royals DH. From the stretch, swing and fouled into the backstop. Just got a piece of that to Jackson. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, that was more a stay alive and get
it wasn't trying to put the ball in play. Just trying to chip that one off.
You can tell because he didn't really follow through on his swing.
He just basically threw the bat at the pitch. So the 0-2 from Giampaolo. Swing and a grounder up the middle, fielded by Tabor Lee. Throw over to Gold, and Gold makes another nice scoop at first for the out. So at the end of 7.5 innings here at Fusenage Park, Torrington Twisters 5, River Point Royals 2.
Okay, more underwriting announcements. Torrington Twisters baseball on WAPJ. I screwed up his announcement.
So Madman Matt Husati is back on the mound now. Sure, he's lowered that ERA a bunch after pitching one inning and a third so far of scoreless baseball.
got 1 in the third? 1 in the third is score.
Oh, no.
What's the ERA now, Matt?
Oh, jeez. You're making me do thirds now. This isn't fair.
Well, we'll wait till he gets 2 outs here, so he's got 2 complete.
Oh, jeez.
Stepping into the box now for the Twisters is the designated hitter, Brian Kraft, who was 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a ground ball back to the pitcher. So Madhu deals, and there's a shot hit in left center field, and it drops in between the left fielder, Ryan Bear, and the center fielder, Matt Sauls. So Kraft is on with his first base hit tonight.
So he's only pitched the third of an inning.
He's pitched an inning in a third.
Oh, an inning in a third.
Inning in a third.
Okay.
Came in the 5th.
Oh.
Or wait, no, the 6th. Came in with 2 outs in the 6th.
Okay. So that screws up my ERA then.
So Kraft now, with his first hit of the night, is on first base with no outs, and Nick Carbone now steps to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a walk in the 6th. First pitch is low in the dirt from Madhu. 1-0 the count. I love this name, Madhu Fatty. I can't stop saying it.
It's so funny though. It's just like that is part of his name.
Madman over to first, and back in safe is Brian Kraft.
We're gonna have fun with this guy.
I like Madhu. I'm rooting for the Twisters, but I gotta root for Madhu too. I want to see that ERA get a little lower. Twisters already got the lead, so I figure can root for Madhu a little. And there's a bunt down the first baseline by Carbone. Throw to first by the catcher. Justin Barnes gets Carbone at first, but he advances Brian Kraft 2 seconds. So the sacrifice bunt works perfect. Stepping up to the plate now with Kraft on second base is the left fielder, Andrew Toussaint, who singled his last time up in the 6th, walked in the 4th, and flied out to short in the 2nd. So he is 1 for 2 on the night. Madhu looks in for the sign from the stretch. Strike 1 on the inside corner, 0-1 the count.
He was taking on that one for some reason.
Madhu took a little something off that. He's usually been coming in with some pretty good fastballs. That nice off-speed pitch there by Madhu. Madhu, the 0-1 to Toussaint. Low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count.
At Toussaint might have thought that was a knuckleball or something that was coming in really well on that first pitch.
Yeah,
that was right down there.
That was a good off-speed pitch there by Madhu. The 1-1 from Madhu. Swing and a miss by Andrew Toussaint. That ball looked to be low and inside, but Toussaint swung at it anyway. So 1-2 the count now to the left fielder, Toussaint.
Well, he saw our guy on second out there. He looked like he was going to third on that one.
Yeah, he did. I thought he was too. Madhu looks in for the sign and deals. Just misses high and inside. Ball 2.
Can't punch a guy out on a strike like that.
I've seen it done before in this league, though. 2-2 the count now to Andrew Toussaint with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Twisters leading the Royals 5-2. Madhu from the stretch. Ground ball to third base.
Kraft hold it second.
Curtis throws over to first to Siefkinen gets him. Kraft did hold it second on that. So now 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th as Jordan Zarnicki now steps up to the plate.
Well, these guys don't seem too concerned about Kraft, so we must have like about 40 stolen bases at this point.
I'd venture 1 as a guess.
See.
What has he got?
Stolen base. He's got 1.
Hey.
There you go. So,
Zarnicki now steps into the plate, who is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the 3rd inning. Madhu does have 2 innings complete now, scoreless baseball. The Madhu watch continues. Pitch is fouled back. 0-1 the count.
just like give it a heads up, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Kraft has been thrown out once stealing, so he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, 50%.
There you go. With the math.
there's my math skills, folks. I can do that.
Oh, let's see. So Madhu's ERA is now down to about 11.
All right, Madhu.
So he's probably down 4 whole points.
Keep it up, Madhu. Pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Lamboy, the throw over to first to Siefkin, and Zarnicki is retired 6-3. So, at the end of 8 innings, Twisters 5, Royals 2. Want to take over play-by-play now?
Oh, sure. I don't know which way our wires are crossed here. Okay, I go under you. There we go. Switch around. Okay, we still got Carbone in here? Or, Jim Powell.
Jim Powell is still in there.
Okay, Jim Powell pitches to Ryan Bear. First strike is right over there for a called strike. Second pitch is a bit low in the dirt, so that evens the count out at 1-1.
And I've been informed that Tim Levesque will be Dave Sweet's Player of the Game interview as soon as the Twisters wrap this one up.
When did you find that? Okay, the ball is hit and grounded to Tabor Lee, who picks it up and throws it over to Nate Gold for the easy out. So the Twisters are third done here in the top of the ninth.
Jeremy came down and told me while you were doing the underwriting.
I miss so much because I think I'm going to screw up so bad.
When you do underwriting, you miss a lot.
That's why you wanted me to do it. Now I see how it goes.
I had to do it for about 5 straight innings. I couldn't take it anymore.
In steps number 6, Brian Triplett, the second baseman. So far, he's flied out to the shortstop at a baseball on balls, and he's struck out swinging. Carbone, yeah, Carbone. I keep saying that.
You like Nick Carbone, don't you?
No, it's just, you know, you think Torrington native, and you think Carbone.
You've been reading too many underwriting announcements with Carbones in there.
Gianpaolo deals, and it's fouled back by Triplett, so the count is 0-1.
Even though Tim Levesque is going to be Dave's Player of the Game, I'd like to see my man Matt Husati also brought back here for co-Player of the Game.
Triplett fouls the second one back, so the count goes to 0-2. There we go. We got it up on the board, so you gotta emphasize it a couple times. Oh, I did it last year, and you get yelled at. So the 0-2 delivery is grounded over to Tabor Lee. Routinely fields it, guns it over to Gold for the second out of the inning. That was just a beauty play right there.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Lee over to Gold. Tell you, Jim Powell's looked nice since he came in for Levesque in that 8th inning. Hasn't really gotten. He gave up that double last inning with 2 outs, but besides that, he's looked great. Couple grounders to Lee at short.
Hasn't really done anything, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, in steps number 19, Justin Barnes, the catcher. Usually you don't think of catcher as much of a threat, but you never know what can happen.
Hey, Barnes is 3 for 3 on the night. He's a threat if anyone is in this lineup. He's got 60% of their hits. There's my math. 3 out of their 5 their hits.
First 2 balls are low in the dirt. The count is at 2-0. Yeah, like you were saying, I mean, you usually don't think of his catcher as too big of a hitter.
Yep.
But, I mean, you got Jorge Posada for the Yankees.
Piazza.
I mean, you got all these phenomenal hitters. Gianpaolo delivers, and that's right down Main Street for strike 1. Count is 2-1. Let's get the line on Barnes here.
Barnes batting a $1.64.
That'll bring his average up.
1 dinger, 1 RBI, 8 walks, 25 strikeouts, and 3 stolen bases.
Gianpaolo delivers, swing and a miss by Barnes.
He's 9 hits and 55 at bats, but that average probably skyrocketed after he's been 3 for... do the math for me now. 12 for 58.
12 for 60 is about a 200 batting average.
All right, so he's working it up. Up from his $1.64 that he came in with.
So the 2-2 pitch, and the game is over. The Twisters win it 5-2. Gianpaolo with the beauty pitch right down Main Street strikes out Barnes, and that'll end the game. The Twisters 5-10-0 across the board if you're looking runs, hits, and errors, and the River Point Royals 2-5-0.
So Tim Levesque gets the win for the Twisters tonight. He is now 4-1 on the year.
And
I think that might lead the Twisters in a... Yep, that does lead the Twisters in victories.
That'll bring Madhu's ERA down.
The madman, Matt Husati, has brought his ERA down. I don't know what it is now, but it is below 15.43.
Oh, let's see. He pitched 2 and a third.
Yep.
And
scoreless. 2 and a third scoreless. So let's get that stat sheet out. Madhu came in with a 15.43.
Well, how many innings did he pitch?
So he went 2 and a third tonight, so he's got 9 and a third on the year with 12 runs.
So you figure it's just under 12.
Just under 12. So he brings his ERA down 3.5 points
At
tonight.
least it's about 1150, somewhere around there.
Not bad for Matt, who.
So, and we're joined now by Dave Sweet, and should I hand over my headset here?
No. I'm going to interview Tim Levesque, player of the game.
Tim Levesque will be up shortly. He is our player of the game tonight.
Dave's got the lucky end of the deal. He gets to interview the players.
Well, I'm a senior broadcaster when you guys get as old as I am.
You're a senior something.
Ryan, who?
Nice working with you.
I'll see you around. You'll see me crashing into Dave.
All right. We'll now pass it over to Dave Sweet and Tim Levesque.
I'll let Dave get his headset on here first. Okay, there we go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we definitely have to lower the volume here. All right, my man is here.
Dave Sweet.
I've been calling Mom at the end of every 3 innings, and I haven't called her with the final yet. She doesn't know that you've got your 4th victory.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And let's take a look here. You were really, blazing right through. You got stronger as you went. You got the strikeouts towards the end of
I think I
your...
ended up with, 6 strikeouts?
I had 5. Well, maybe there was...
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay. That's you did what? You did 7, and then CJ came in for the last 2.
Yeah, maybe it was just 5.
Yeah, whatever. It's still a great performance.
I felt pretty good today.
Yeah.
I felt better as I went along.
That's what I was indicating, that you were kind of getting stronger as you went longer. I told her, I called her at the end of 3, and I said everything is looking good. And then when I called her at the end of 6, I said, so the first question she asked me at the end of 3, because at that point you had no strikeouts, and she was a little concerned about that. So when I called her back, and I said, okay, he's in the groove now. He's striking guys out. Unfortunately, there was a little single in the 5th inning that boom.
I felt they got a lot of shimp singles.
Yes,
They didn't really.
Yeah,
they had
did.
one hit that they got the RBI single that he got. I thought was the only legitimate hit they got all game. So
now, ERA-wise going in, it was 243, so it's got to come down from there a little bit.
It'll come down a little bit, but I'm getting to the point where I'm throwing a lot. I'm getting, building up a lot of innings, so it's not going to go down too much.
Yeah. Yep, okay, but that's
not
okay.
Bad.
No.
The win-loss record is the most important stat.
Yeah, and right now that's looking very good.
4-1.
4-1.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and I got some great shots of you in the newspaper. The last time you pitched, they had a great shot the next day in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting all this stuff together, and I want to send it all out to Schneid.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, what the heck?
Why not?
Yeah. I told him I would keep him posted as to how you were doing, and last year was a hard luck year. The ERA was pretty good, but what was the final? 2-3, 2 and
2-5.
2 and 5. Okay.
I lost a lot of 2-1 ball games.
Oh, yes, you did. I remember.
But I mean, I've been getting some good support pitching, at least 5 runs a game.
Well, as a matter of fact, this gentleman right here, Dan Sylvester, is the general manager of the River Point Royals, and Danny and I have known each other for the better part of 30 years. Wow, that's at least that. And we were talking about the situation that last year you had the hard luck thing. We were 20 and 22 this year, and I was mentioning to Danny that the unsung part of the ball club this year is defense.
Yes. We've definitely been getting much better defense with Tabor and Haley and even Kraft up the middle.
Yep.
And, with Zarnicki and, Brandon and,
yep. And Drew out left field.
And Carbone and Lentz and Billy both do a great job.
They were all. Now, what does that do for you as a pitcher?
It makes me know that I can throw strikes, and that if I throw the ball over the plate and I know where they're going to hit it, that I know that there's, a good chance that it'll be fielded.
Yeah, it gives you a sense. It just adds to the confidence.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not pitching, I'm not saying I pitch tentative to begin with.
Oh, no, gosh, no, far from it. Okay, everything squared away. You're going to get it faxed out, okay, Danny? Good. Okay. More than glad to help, young man. Like I say, I was a sportscaster in Rhode Island for several years, and Danny was the head coach of all kinds of sports at West Warwick High School, where he is now the general manager for the River Point Royals. But last year compared to this year, we talked about the defense, but I said, and I'll give you your one of a team of 4 that has made a huge difference in the attitude and the camaraderie and the chemistry of this year's ball club compared to last year.
I think we're 19-5 now.
Yep.
And I think what's happening is I think, you know, with winning comes team chemistry. You know what I mean? And the fact,
Yep.
I think we had some chemistry last year. We just didn't win a lot of games,
Yep.
so it was hard to
Yep.
get like a winning attitude.
Yeah, but the chemistry was the missing in certain situations where this year they're getting it.
Yeah.
They're getting it. Last night, classic example.
Yes, I mean, there's
2 one-run games in 10 innings.
It's a pretty gutsy team, and it's one of those things like you always know, or you know that. I mean, I wouldn't if it's a tie ball game going into the 9th or 10th inning. I think there's a good chance that we'll win the game.
That's
just
the
because
attitude.
we just kind of have that thing about us that we know we're going to win.
Okay.
Regardless.
Now you're going back when you go back to Michigan in like next month or in September, whenever it is. That you'll be now what, a senior?
I'm going to be a junior.
You're a junior.
Yeah, I'm only
Okay.
20 years old.
Okay, that's fine. I want you to start the brigade of creating a new thing here with the Torrington Twisters. I'm going to put you on the spot with this one because we're good enough friends I can get away with this. To come back again for a 3rd year, I think that'll be spectacular. Would that normally, under the circumstances, unless the Tigers make you such a phenomenal offer? Now, the Tigers still have the rights to you?
I got drafted by Detroit out of high school. What happens, like, once you enter college, you become like a, I'm
free agent again?
And I had to sign a card or something to kind of give my permission for the Tigers to draft me again.
Right.
But if I really want to sign, so if I get drafted next year.
Oh, I want you to sign too if you can. But if for any reason it just doesn't work out that way, do you feel another year of summer ball and then going back into your final year at Michigan would help you?
I think it would help me. It's a possibility. I've thought about coming back here. I've also thought about, I've been away from home for a long time, and I've thought about maybe if I don't get drafted, maybe go and play in a league in the Los Angeles or Southern California area.
Right,
so
exactly.
I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd love to have you back because I was thrilled when you and the other guys, you and Tabor and the other guys came back. And I think that has made a difference in this year's ball.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of experience on this team. Guys who knew what it was like last year to go 20 and 22. And this year we're about halfway done, and we've almost won as many games as we did last year. So it's good. We all come from good programs and stuff, so it's definitely a good thing.
Yep. And I not that you haven't as a person, except that I pretty much see the same Tim Levesque I saw last year. But you have definitely matured as a ball player.
Yes, I think.
As a pitcher.
I think I'm a little more poised now. A little more mature. Don't panic or don't overreact to certain situations.
Right.
And know that one pitch can get you out of an inning a lot of times if you make it.
That bodes well.
Definitely.
For the future, for a pro contract. And until you get that pro contract, we're going to do everything we can to keep you well fed.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is dinner for 2 at the Red Lobster, and I got to do an underwriting announcement to that effect. And as soon as we wrap up this interview, I'm going to give Mom a call and tell her you got victory number 4.
Thank you.
You're going to call her anyway, but
I will call her.
You will call her.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Well, tell her then that if you're going to call her, I don't need to call her.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, but I called her at the end of 3 and at the end of 6, and she'll be thrilled to hear the good news from you.
Okay, Dave.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
And thank you, and congratulations for a great game.
Thank you very much.
So that's about it here at Fusionets Park. As Timmy just said, we have won our 19th ball game as the Torrington Twisters, and I was talking to Jeremy Palutro. Jeremy, come on in here and do a wrap-up with me. That this is now 60% of our 40-game schedule. 24 games times 60% is 24. Say 40 times, Anyway, and we are 19 and 25. I don't know whether you knew that we, as a team, and I believe this goes back to our 2nd year, don't hold me to that, and it might have been the 3rd, but the 2nd year, in which we set the league record, which still stands, of 30 victories in one season. I think we're going to break that this year.
There's a good chance of it.
Well, we have, 24, we have 16 games left. We only have to win 12 of them to do that.
Right.
Now, that would be 31 out of 40. When we set the 30 victories, it was out of a 42-game season. So that would be, maybe that deserves an asterisk, like the Roger Maris home run or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it is true. And like they said, not only is it only five losses, but they've all been spaced apart.
Yes.
They're not no losing streaks or anything.
No, we've had 4-game winning streaks, 6-game winning streak, 5-game winning streak, and what are we on now? We're on at least 3. The 2 last night. 3. Because we had lost the game before that, up at Concord.
That's right.
So it was 2 yesterday and 1 today, so we're back on another winning streak. And you're headed down with Jimmy tomorrow night to cover the game from the Middletown Giants. I doubt very much I'll be able to join you, but continued good luck. I'm pleased with your work so far.
Oh, thanks.
And I know you're excited about being part of the team.
Oh, yeah, it's always fun to come up and do the games. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it, and I see some improvement even in myself. It's hard to tell when you look at yourself, but
Yeah.
it's good to hear from you that I'm doing better than before.
And I'll be very, I'm not harsh, but I'm honest. I'll tell you where I think you can improve, and I think you've made progress, and Jimmy pretty much said the same thing to me. So it's nice having you on the team. Thank you for going over and get Timmy for me, and we'll wrap it up here, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks.
Continue to bring them good luck so that we get another victory. All right. Thank you, Jeremy Palutro and Scott Logano and Ryan Phelan for the team tonight. We gave Jimmy a very rare night off, and I don't have to call California again. See, that isn't in my free service with AT&T, so I was glad if Jimmy's going to call, what's the point of my calling? All right, that'll wrap it up. Final score was, what, 5-2? Just like I thought it was on the, yes, 5-2 over the River Point Royals. And on, now let's take a quick look at the schedule for those of you who are earnestly good, true Twister fans, if you're still listening. Let's see, we have tomorrow night is at Middletown, and then we're home on Friday night against Keene, on the road on Saturday night against Lowell, and then, and I won't go any further than this, don't forget Sunday and Monday, we have 2 home games right here at Fusionist Park against Team USA. Now, I will remind you that that is a special pricing at the gate because it's expensive to bring that team in. So I do believe, I know it'll be a little more than $2, but still going to be a cheap night out to see a great baseball. Michelle Carlin tells me it was advertised at $8. That is still a bargain in anybody's book, folks. So we'll still got a lot of great baseball for you, the Torrington Twisters, and one more on the road. Be sure to tune in right here at WAPJ 89.9.